How do ordinary people become elite warriors? Through blood, sweat, and brutal training that pushes them beyond human limits. Welcome back with APT Team. Today, we're diving into the world's most extreme military exercises that forge soldiers into legends. Let's kick things off with something that takes a simple childhood game and turns it into a matter of life and death. You might remember playing Hot Potato, a game where players sit in a circle, tossing an object around quickly while music plays. When the music stops, whoever's holding the object is out. In China, elite military trainees participate in an exercise that's been dubbed Grenade Hot Potato. But this is no playground game. This one could cost you your life. Here's how it works. Soldiers gather in a circle and toss around a live hand grenade. Not a dummy, not a prop, a real, explosive grenade. At a random moment, the instructor shouts for the grenade to be thrown into a pit. Whoever is holding it at that moment has seconds to react or be blown apart. The idea is to train lightning-fast decision-making and eliminate hesitation under pressure, even when your life hangs by a thread. Surprisingly, there are no official reports of fatalities from this drill. But it's hard to believe there haven't been close calls. If you can stay calm while handling a live explosive, then you're probably ready to face enemy fire without flinching. No wonder so many nations are watching China's military rise with concern. Next up, smashing bricks on your head. Yes, that's an actual requirement for some elite forces in China and South Korea. Inspired by Shaolin monks and traditional martial arts, this training teaches soldiers how to endure immense pain without showing fear or weakness. Flaming bricks are placed on the trainee's head, and with one swift motion, boom, they're shattered. Sometimes by another soldier, sometimes by the trainee themselves. Why? Because in combat, hesitation can mean death. If you're wounded and can't keep going, you're a liability. This extreme pain conditioning helps soldiers develop an iron mindset, one that allows them to keep fighting even after taking serious injuries. But it's not just about pain tolerance. These displays also serve a psychological purpose: intimidation. When your enemies see footage of soldiers casually breaking bricks over their skulls, they'll think twice before facing them on the battlefield. Pain doesn't scare these warriors, and that's terrifying. Let's get wild. Every year, Thailand hosts one of the world's largest military drills, Cobra Gold. It includes participants from the US, South Korea, Indonesia, Singapore, and several other nations. While the event involves everything from amphibious assaults to cyber warfare simulations, one ritual grabs the most attention: drinking cobra blood. During jungle survival training, US Marines are taught how to kill a cobra and drink its blood. It's not just about bravery, it's about survival. In the jungle, clean water is a luxury. Cobra blood is a crude but effective substitute for hydration. Soldiers also learn to eat bugs, lizards, and scorpions. Anything that could keep them alive behind enemy lines. Thai Royal Army instructors guide the process and explain that when you're deep in the jungle and dying of thirst, the blood of a snake might be your only lifeline. Even seasoned Marines are visibly shaken as they slice open the snake and tilt its head back. It's more than just gross. It's primal instinct kicking in when all else fails. One moment of hesitation out there, and you're gone. That's the lesson. Survive at all costs. If you thought the last few were intense, let's head to Russia, home of the infamous Spetsnaz. This elite special forces unit doesn't mess around. One of their most talked about exercises involves getting shot, on purpose. Trainees don body armor and stand still while instructors shoot them directly in the chest with live rounds. It sounds insane, but the idea is to build unshakable trust in their equipment and in their mental control. If you've already been shot at by your own commander, a firefight with enemies becomes less terrifying. In other drills, they practice near misses. That means firing real bullets within inches of each other's unprotected heads. One slip, one flinch, and it's over. That's how razor-sharp their precision has to be. To top it off, instructors will scream in their ears, shove them while shooting, or detonate flashbangs nearby. It's chaos, and that's the point. Because in war, calm is your best weapon. And in Russia, hesitation is not in the vocabulary. Now let's travel to the Philippines, home of some of the most underrated but toughest special forces in the world. Their version of Hell Week takes the concept to another level. It's called Drunk Hell Week. Recruits are allowed just 1 hour of sleep per day for 7 straight days. That alone is enough to break most people. But they don't stop there. They're also required to drink alcohol throughout the week, which makes their coordination, focus, and endurance plummet. Now imagine doing 6-mile runs, 18-mile swims, and target practice in that state. It's like combining sleep deprivation with disorientation and physical agony, all while trying not to fail. If you pass out, you fail. The goal here is to train soldiers for chaotic conditions, moments where you're injured, exhausted, or even drugged, but still have to push forward. The ones who make it through Drunk Hell Week, they earn their place in an elite unit, with real battlefield experience, and it's a badge earned through pure suffering. Belarus doesn't get mentioned often when talking about military powers, but their special forces are seriously hardcore. Their training includes the Fire Walk, a brutal obstacle course filled with walls of fire, burning pits, and flaming debris. In one exercise, soldiers sprint through walls of flame, crawl through burning tunnels, and even break bricks that have been set on fire, using only their heads. It's visually intense and physically scarring, but it's meant to destroy the fear of fire, something most humans naturally avoid. The Belarusian government has a long history of covert operations, and their special units are trained for psychological and close-quarters warfare. Fire training creates soldiers who are fearless, aggressive, and visually intimidating, the kind of force that doesn't back down no matter how hot things get. Now let's head to the swamps of England, where the UK Royal Marines undergo what's known as the mud run from hell. This 20-mile exercise is conducted in some of the thickest, most disgusting swamp terrain you can find. Recruits must run, crawl, and carry massive wooden logs, sometimes as a team, sometimes alone, through thick mud that nearly sucks the boots off their feet. The mud is freezing, heavy, and smells awful, but it's the perfect environment to test teamwork, endurance, and leadership under stress. Every agonizing step tests your resolve. At the end, many recruits collapse from exhaustion. But if you make it through, you've proven you can handle some of the worst physical conditions imaginable. And that bond you form with your teammates unbreakable. And finally, the stuff of nightmares. The U.S. Navy SEALs put their recruits through an exercise so intense that many call it the most terrifying of all: drownproofing. Trainees have their hands tied behind their backs and their legs bound. Then, they're thrown into a pool. They must bob up and down for 5 minutes, float for 5 minutes, swim 100 meters, retrieve an object from the bottom of the pool using only their teeth. And just when they think it's over, an instructor dives in and physically attacks them. This simulates combat situations in water, when panic can cost you your life. Your only chance is to stay calm, or sink. Most people tap out during this. It's why the SEALs have such a low pass rate. But those who survive drownproofing, they're warriors of a different breed. The kind who don't just face fear. They live in it. And they win. So now that you've seen the kind of hell these soldiers go through, it's easy to understand why they're feared on the battlefield. From drinking cobra blood to walking through fire, these warriors train to become nearly invincible. Which one shocked you the most? Could you survive a grenade toss? Would you drink snake blood? Or would the thought of being tied up underwater be too much? Let us know in the comments. And if you're into jaw-dropping military stories like this, hit that like button and subscribe to APT Team for more. Thanks for watching. Stay strong. Stay fearless.